This week, we're talking about choosing. And asking the question, why this choice?
How do you decide which letter you choose for your column? Or is it a group of people? Or do you?
Oh, no, I make all the decisions.
do?
I see, yes. I do have people sort my mail because I get a lot of...
Why this choice? We all make choices, important choices, like what you want in your burger, what you want in your pizza, who you're going to marry, who you're going to vote for. Life is all about choices.
Hold the pickle, hold the lettuce, special orders don't upset us. All we ask is that you let us serve it your way.
We choose teams. Were you ever on the playground at recess during gym class? You're in a group and there are two captains, kind of like this old Adidas commercial.
José, ¿jugamos? Sí. Pares. 1, 2 y 3.
But you know how it goes. The captains take turns picking players for their teams without the whole picking professional soccer players part. Maybe just thinking about this gives you PTSD because you were the kid picked last. Everyone says they were the kid picked last. Maybe you got picked first. Maybe you were like this kid.
So I think maybe it would be best if you were, our man on the sidelines. Huh?
So back when people read the newspapers, there were those advice columns. I remember Dear Abby and Ann Landers. I don't know if I just forgot, but I had no idea Abby and Ann were identical twins. That was beyond surprising. But it doesn't matter if you know anything about these ladies. People would send in their problems and questions, ask for advice. And I found this one back from 1997. It was a Dear Abby, and it was from a 10-year-old girl in 5th grade. This girl was just about my age at the time. I was 11 years old when she wrote this. And her problem is that she's always chosen last. In PE, gym class, she's always chosen last, and it's humiliating. She dreads going to school, and she wants to know what to do. She signs her name, always chosen last, Scottsdale, Arizona. And Abby basically takes 5 sentences to say, yeah, that's too bad, nothing you can do. And she's kind of right. What can you do? That's how choosing goes. Always chosen last from Scottsdale, Arizona. And this week in James, we're looking at a choice. Remember last time we started looking at chapter 2, James brought up the issue of showing favoritism towards people based on their appearance, social status, wealth. And he said Christians aren't supposed to do that. And he's going to spend some more time on this topic. This is what he says in verse 5. Hearken, my beloved brethren, hath not God chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he hath promised to them that love him? He's saying, look, why are you choosing to show preferential treatment to the rich? God has chosen the poor. He says God has chosen those who are poor by the world's standards to be rich in their Christian faith. Which is my question. Why does God choose the poor to be rich in faith? Why does he choose or elect to save them?
That's a good question.
God saves poor people by grace through faith. The poor will enter God's future kingdom, and God chooses to save people from among the poor. And why would he choose to save the rich, right? In this passage, in James, he builds a case against the rich. They're the ones oppressing Christians and dragging Christians to court. And the rich just aren't treating Christians badly, they're treating Jesus badly. They're blaspheming the magnificent name of Christ, the glorious one. They're against the Lord Jesus. So why would God choose to save any of them?
Yeah, why?
Is that why God chooses to save poor people? Is that why James tells us about this choice? No. God doesn't just choose the poor. The point is that he actually chooses to save the poor. He chooses to save poor people and rich people. He doesn't discriminate. He doesn't show partiality. He doesn't show favoritism. And the point is the same as it was last time. Christians shouldn't either. James is spending some time on this theme. Don't look down on the poor. Don't honor the rich and those with some kind of status, but then not do that for the poor. God doesn't do that. I mean, He called you if you know Christ, and you're not that special. I'm not that special. God doesn't hold that against us. So you aren't supposed to hold it against anyone either. So make a choice. Choose not to show partiality. Choose to be gracious towards others, towards everyone. Because for Christians, God chose to save you.
See, I was reading the paper, you know that Dear Abby? You ever read that? Dear Abby, my husband refuses to bathe.
Hey, thanks for watching this video number 12. And there are still a lot more questions to ask about the book of James. So like and subscribe, and that way you can see the new video that comes out each week. Tell your friends. Hey, why not see if your local newspaper needs someone to write an advice column each week? And then when people write in about their problems with, say, favoritism towards people with money and status, you can direct them towards this video. Or you could just share it on Facebook. I'll see you next time.